The U.S. has provided Ukraine with a vast arsenal, ranging from American-made systems to internationally sourced weaponry, helping turn the tide against Russian aggression. To date, the U.S. has provided approximately $64.1 billion in military assistance to Ukraine since Russia's full-scale invasion, bringing the total to around $66.9 billion since Russia's initial invasion. What are some of the American-made weapons used in Ukraine? Stryker Armored Fighting Vehicle. The Stryker family of vehicles was built for the U.S. Army, but was built by both the U.S. and the Canadian divisions of the military vehicle manufacturer, General Dynamics Land Systems, GDLS. It was the first new military vehicle to enter service in the U.S. Army since the Abrams. The Stryker is a versatile, high-speed, off-road vehicle that's well-suited for Ukraine's urban combat and road assaults. There are 10 variants of the Stryker, and most can carry between 9 to 12 personnel, including 3 crew members, and are equipped with a machine gun or a grenade launcher. The U.S. has delivered 400 Strykers to Ukraine, who uses the following variants: Armored Personnel Carriers, APC, Anti-Tank Guided Missile, ATGM, Vehicle, Commander's Vehicle, CV, Engineer Vehicle Squad, ESV, Fire Support Vehicle, FSV, and the Mortar Carrier, MC. Ukrainian soldiers from the 82nd Air Assault Brigade who actively use the Stryker say that it's become one of the best armored vehicles of this war, reliable, safe, and fast. During the Kursk operation, the armor of their APC saved the crew's lives, said the combat vehicle's mechanical engineer. The 82nd Brigade was hailed by Ukraine's President Zelensky as the keystone of defenses in the Kharkiv sector and the Battle of Vovchansk. During the counteroffensive, the 82nd actively used the Stryker. They managed to retake much of the city, destroyed 2 companies of Russian groups of an estimated around 200 to 300 soldiers, and captured dozens of prisoners. The 82nd has been described as one of the most powerful fighting formations using the Stryker, along with other fighting vehicles such as the British-made Challenger and German-made Martyr in their successful missions against Russian forces. Bradley Infantry Fighting Vehicle. The M2 Bradley Infantry Fighting Vehicle, IFV, is primarily designed to transport infantry across the battlefield and was largely produced in response to the Soviet BMP. The U.S. has supplied more than 300 Bradleys to Ukraine. This IFV has maneuverability that can navigate through Ukraine's challenging terrain where heavier armored vehicles may struggle. The Bradley's armor protects against small arms, fire, and shrapnel. The U.S.-produced vehicle, upon entering service, replaced the M113 as it is faster and more powerful, and its better suspension makes it more suitable off-road. Since its initial production, it's had several improvements. There are several versions of the Bradley. The M2 is designed to carry more troops, whereas the M3 is designed to carry more ammunition. The M2 can travel around 500 kilometers on a single tank of fuel, and its armor makes it difficult for Russian tanks to penetrate. The Bradley has gained legendary status among Ukrainian forces. Russian troops are eager to capture them from Ukrainian forces. The Bradley has been seen to drive over landmines unscathed and even take on Russia's T-90M, survived an attack from Russia's T-72, and suffered minimal damage after being hit twice by anti-tank guided missiles. M113 Armored Personnel Carrier. The U.S. produced more than 80,000 M113 APCs. For a long time, it was the main APC of the U.S. Army. The typical M113 carries a crew of 2 and a squad of 11 soldiers, along with serving as a base for several dozen specialized vehicles. The M113 can move at speeds of up to 65 kilometers per hour. Since 2022, Ukraine has been supplied with hundreds of M113 variants from various countries with a range of modifications. The U.S. alone has provided Ukraine with more than 900 M113s. Ukraine has received the APC variants plus ambulance and medical versions. During the Battle of Bakhmut and Soledar, the M113 was seen to be highly effective in evacuating Ukrainian troops under continuous shelling from Russian forces. M11-17 Guardian armored vehicle. The M11-17 Guardian, also known as the ASV Armored Security Vehicle, is a 4x4 armored vehicle that has enhanced protection against landmines, significant in a war with the most landmines in the world. The turret is mounted with a 40mm automatic grenade launcher and a .50 caliber machine gun, providing a full 360 degrees rotation that can elevate up to 45 degrees. The U.S. has delivered more than 400 M117. The first batch was deployed with the 425th Skala Assault Battalion and is actively working with the 225th Battalion in the Pokrovsk area of the Donetsk region.